The best websites examples built with React.js. By pro coders. What do you need to know about React web development? Netflix is a very good React website example, as well as Salesforce, Yahoo Mail, Flipboard, and many React examples. Some of these were early believers while others joined in late. What's common to all of them is that, at some point, they took a decision to switch from a previous tech stack. Then, we need to ask, what makes this JS library stand out? It is one of the most popular open-source JavaScript libraries today that prides itself upon enabling developers to build interactive user interfaces. Thus, there are popular websites built with React in abundance. It was originally developed as an internal technology for use within Facebook, but became open source in 2013. Advantages. Community-driven. When we delve into the popular React.js websites, you will discover that one of the common motivations is the community drive. The framework provides a strong ecosystem for developers to thrive. Also, it uses one of the most popular languages in web development, JavaScript. In essence, community support is huge. Intuitiveness. The best React websites make an excellent showcase of its intuitive architecture that allows for flexible implementation through features like virtual DOM. That means, besides the fact that it can be used to build anywhere, it can be integrated anywhere too, even on platforms where it had not been used. Faster iteration. Another common theme for companies is the speed of iteration. Publishing updates for apps, including web apps, becomes faster and smoother. From a business perspective, this enables you to sustain the interest of your target audience for a longer period. Updates are delivered over the air and can be implemented easily. Cost effectiveness. From a business perspective, it is a very good solution when it comes to saving development costs. In one of the examples of companies considered in this article, it took a team of only 3 main developers to rewrite a codebase from scratch. Companies hire fewer developers and rely on fewer resources, while yet achieving greater results. You would be surprised at how little it costs to create some of the most popular websites built with React. Disadvantages. React is not very consistent with updates delivery. Sometimes, updates may break existing apps, such that developers have to rewrite parts of the code. This is exacerbated by the fact that its updates are delivered very often, which might be frustrating for developers. In using React Native, a framework that's an offshoot of the library, developers sometimes have to write native code for separate platforms. Indeed, it enables cross-platform development, but this is not the reality for 100% of the stack. There are parts that must be written natively. It sometimes fails to run memory-intensive web apps properly, although one may attribute this to JavaScript. However, while the framework runs lightweight apps very smoothly, it can be difficult to efficiently run a website that relies heavily on memory usage. It doesn't help that some of the best React sites use heavy memory resources. The company knows how to maneuver that anyway. Popular React.js websites list. Facebook. React was created by a software engineer at Facebook. Since then, Facebook has maintained the framework even though it remains open source. As such, it would be unusual if Facebook does not use it while others do. There is a lot of interactivity on the Facebook website. Basically, if you like a post or add a comment, the entire page must be reloaded to reflect this change. However, developers can bypass this by enabling partial reload. That is, in the case of liking a post, the like icon changes color to reflect the change, while the rest of the page remains the same. British Broadcasting Corporation. This is another one of the top websites built with React. The BBC has migrated its website since 2015, and it still uses it till now, although it moved to a new React-based application called Simorg around 2020. Simorg is a single-page application built by the BBC World Service as a rendering platform. Netflix. Another good React website example is Netflix. Many beginners trained by building Netflix clones at some point in their development. Such is how much the video streaming website has come to be associated with the library. Netflix uses it to render the server side of its web pages by prefetching React, particularly for its sign-up flow. This has enabled a boost in performance. Salesforce. Salesforce is another one of the React site examples that were an early adopter. According to Salesforce blog, the experience is more of a library than a framework endeared them towards the platform. Particularly because it is presentational and declarative, it could be built into existing projects conveniently. Asana. Yet another firmly established among top React websites is Asana. One of Asana's primary motivations for migrating was to build a system that would be optimized for developers to be the most productive. They had a first experience (FX) team whose goal was to deliver the maximum experience for first-time users in the first few seconds. This FX team had to facilitate cohesion between Asana's Luna framework and React. Instacart. Instacart joined the list of best React sites in 2016, when the grocery delivery and pickup service moved the technology stack for its website, which had been built as a single-page application (SPA), using jQuery, Haml_, and Backbone. However, this app started having issues with performance and debugging as it grew in size. Dropbox, HelloSign. One of the best websites built with React is Dropbox. Last year, the Dropbox tech team documented how it migrated the HelloSign editor from jQuery to React. Before then, it already used the library for the signer. HelloSign is a company owned by Dropbox, and it offers a way to electronically sign documents. Flipboard. Flipboard, a self-declared big fan of React, has used the library for its web app since 2015. The team at Flipboard love it because of one of its most prominent features, Virtual DOM. The project in 2015 was to combine the Canvas layout engine into React components to make React Canvas. Scribd. Another one of the top websites built with React is the book subscription service, Scribd, which uses it for the front end of its website. Initially, implementing it was challenging due to issues with updates. Particularly, the use of JSX for code in React made it joyfully easy to read and write. The Scribd team was also motivated by the fact that it enjoyed good support from the developer community. Thus, coding in JSX was less challenging than the alternatives. Yahoo Mail. The last but not the least of this collection of top React websites is Yahoo Mail. In 2017, Yahoo Mail completely redesigned its desktop experience through a refreshed tech stack built upon technologies like React as well as its cousin Redux. The main purpose of the change was to improve performance and reliability. Conclusion. In recounting their journeys, almost all these companies encountered some form of challenges. However, the ones that have stuck to React pulled through by seeking adaptive solutions to their problems. Every organization deserves a team of developers who understand a project's needs, can properly articulate solutions, and can deliver an efficient app in record time. Subscribe our channel and read more about the best websites examples built with React.js at Procoders blog.